We're in the new room. My daughter is here with me today at work. Still can't go to school. We need to build a couple traps for this side of the wall before the final tune in this room happens. So that's what we're going to be doing today. There are tons of ways to build bass traps, some thicker, some thinner. This is a very simple method to do it. I'll put the number right here of the cost per trap doing this DIY. Very simple DIY project. If you are even halfway handy, let's get to work. Still a little sick, but you know what? We can still work.
I'm feeling better.
I'm very glad you're feeling better, but you still can't go to school because you had a fever. Let's show the people what we're doing.
All right. That's what we're working with.
Atmos room. This is going to be Daddy's new mixing spot. We have to treat this side of the room. As you see how these are called traps.
Oh, we're going to build some of these?
We're going to build some of those, yeah. What do you think we do first?
Get the wood.
Well, how about we take measurements?
All right.
Let's do that. Need a pencil. Put it behind your ear. You never know when you're going to need it. When you're making a bass trap, the thing to think about is the point of first reflections. So if this speaker's here and I sit here, where do you think the point of first reflection is on this wall? The way to think about it is if there was a mirror on this wall, where would you see this speaker? At what point do you see the speaker?
Right there.
Right here. That's a good way to find the point of first reflection. So that's telling you this speaker, even though it's pointing at you, it's going to direct sound to this wall and then it's going to come at you. That's the point of first reflection. That's how you get like a flutter echo. So if you look opposite of that spot, are we covering it over there?
Yeah.
Yep. So we need to do that here. Not only am I going to cover the first reflection point, what I want to do is cover as much as we can with the wood that we have. I want to make one for up here and then possibly one for behind the door if we have the stuff to do it.
So we're going to make 3.
We're hopefully going to make 3. We have to build them in a way so they can support insulation that's inside, and that'll make more sense in a minute. If we have 8-foot boards and there's 12 inches in a foot, how many inches are on a board?
96?
Correct. We could get by with 80 inches. That's big, but we can do it.
Why do you want 80 inches?
Well, I want to maximize how much we can build with the wood.
I'm just going to mention this. I did not know you had your custom notebook.
Very cool. Custom notebook. Boom. Basically, what we're doing is making a rectangle.
Oh my gosh. 20 minutes later.
So this will take 8 boards. That's a lot. That kind of stinks. So we're using 8. We bought 12. How many boards do we have left?
4.
We have 4 left. If I want to make 2 more traps, we can make this work. Here's our cut list. 2 boards at 80, 6 boards at 63, 4 at 48. Here's our cut list. Ready? By the way, this video is not technically sponsored by Sweetwater, but they did send me the DJI Mic 2 that we did this video with. This thing's been fantastic. Thank you, Sweetwater. I needed a new mic, a set of wireless mics for the camera. These are great. Magnetic. You can put them just about anywhere. They also have clips. They sound fantastic. They come with all the adapters that you need to put them into a phone or a computer. Because I'm Sony based, this is a Sony hot shoe adapter. You can put the transmitter right on the adapter and then there's no more cables and the audio is great. It's all digital. Fantastic. Thank you, Sweetwater. We made all our cuts. Those are sitting over there. We could easily nail these pieces of wood together and that would be fine. What we're going to do is Craig it together. This is a pocket hole joinery. It kind of hides where the screws go. Pop this guy in here. So I have 3 holes here. I'm just going to use 2. That'll just put 2 holes right through the wood. So when I go to screw this in, it just made a hole for me. That's what's going to pull those 2 boards together. Some people hate this kind of joinery. I like it. So we've got this clamped together. All of our sides are even. Done. See, so all I do, line it up. That's what's going to make the fabric look good when we cover this with fabric. Okay, you want to do these 2? There we go. It's really hard to do with my non-dominant hand.
What do you mean?
I'm left-handed. Perfect. What we end up with is a very strong rectangle. For our bigger one, it's basically just this times 5 put all together. Pretty cool. Through the wall.
Yeah.
Fabric on, put the insulation on, put the fabric on the other side, and then hang it. That would have been way harder without your help. The thing is built, it's done. However, you decide to hang it, happens at this point. I'm probably going to use L brackets just because of the size of this guy. Most other places in the studio, I use French cleat, screws on the wall, however you're meant to hang it, and then however you're meant to cover it. And really, that's exactly how every other piece in here was built. How that one was built, how that one was built. These hanging on the wall, they are all built exactly the same way. The only difference is what's covering them. Exact same thing here. This is a smaller version of what we just built. This happens to be 2 of these put together, wrapped in more wood with another one on the side. So it's like 4 of these sandwiched together on wheels makes my wheelable gobo. So you can see how one design makes this incredibly versatile. And by the way, this entire back wall here behind the drums, all the same thing. If I pull back this curtain, it's a 2x4 frame, and on the inside is our sound insulation, and the curtain is just for aesthetics. I do the exact same thing with my clouds. Only difference there is they're suspended on their side, and there's typically supports, little plastic supports holding the insulation up, but so it can still breathe. We are all finished and wrapped, and here they are. Now, this looks totally different from where I said we were finished, but that's because there's no right or wrong way to do this part. Really, all this is black fabric, and then I went to Menards, my local hardware store, and just got some rough cut cedar and trimmed it out because that's the vibe I like. Kind of matches the room. That said, there's no right or wrong way to do this. If you want to see the inside, this is another one of the ones that we made. This is a smaller one. Seriously, the only thing that's happening here is the fabric got stapled to the side, stretched as tight as possible, and this piece of Ruxel is just lightly sitting in here. And then that gets hung on the wall. If you're curious what the Ruxel looks like, here's all my extras from the project. Ruxel Safe and Sound. You can get it at Lowe's for about $70 a bat. That makes 12 pieces. The fabric was $20 for 20 yards, I think. That was 60 inches wide, which is more than enough for what I needed. The 2x4s, $1.75 a piece. And I made a lot of traps for a little under $200. If you count the large one was really 8 traps, a little more than that because they're taller than 4 feet. 8 traps, and then I built 4 4x16 individual traps and then 1 3x3. So I don't know what that math works out to. Editor, help me out. It's cheap compared to what you can buy, and they perform very, very well. And honestly, if you're halfway handy, you can do these any number of ways. These are some that just have hooks on them to hang on this pipe so that I can close the windows. Those are static. Those are fixed in place. I built some to mount on the back of doors using L brackets to just secure them in place. There's no rules here. Don't worry too much about it. Just get it done. I'm Resident Loser Jeremy. I'll see you in the next one. If you guys stuck around for that whole thing, you're a champ. If you want to see the man behind the design of this room and what he thinks of this room and coming back to see it when it's finished, go check out this video. Trust me, it's a trip. See ya.